Alrighty, hi guys. Today I wanted to talk about my self-love journey and what I've learned since deciding to love myself, because loving yourself is 101% a choice. You can choose to, you can choose not to, it's up to you. But I just wanted to kind of just talk about it in everything that I've learned, but just like raw. I don't have any script, I don't have anything I'm going off of. I'm just kind of just winging it and just sharing what I've learned. So before loving myself, I used to settle for the worst kind of relationships. Like, I'm talking like scraps, garbage, trash. That's because I believed that I deserved that, so that's what I would align myself with, right? And I'm not just talking romantically, I'm talking friendships as well. I would just surround myself with people who didn't really like me because I didn't like myself. And the picture that you guys see on the left is of me when I was like so full of anxiety, y'all. I couldn't even go outside to get water. That's how bad it got. And I love that version of me. I send her love every day because she was just like wounded, you know, like she felt like no one in the world would love her, and she kept searching for love outside of her, and that was the problem. And then when she wouldn't find it, she'd just eat her feelings. So I always just send love to my past self because she needed to hit rock bottom to rise up. Sometimes we got to go down before we can go up. And y'all, like when they talk about how the people you spend majority of your time with does affect the type of person you become, and it is truth. It is truth. I moved out of my home and I moved in with a friend at the time, but that friend also didn't want to change their life. They also were just like I was, so it just kind of, it added to, it made me even more of a victim. It made me even more of a woe is me. Like, and I'm not blaming this person. I'm just saying that the company that I chose to keep, it affected me in that way too. I didn't want to grow because no one around me was growing. You know what I mean? So it's very important that you surround yourself with people who inspire you and who also want to grow for themselves. Because even, I'll tell you something, even if like you are the friend that wants to grow and you're in that type of environment, if that person cannot do it for themselves, that would just lead to jealousy and envy towards you. So it is really important that you surround yourself with like-minded people and people who either want to go where you're going or have already arrived, so you guys can continue to inspire each other. So anyway, so after that experience, I moved out of my home because I was like, oh, I'm gonna go find love outside, chasing love. It did not go well. I got beat the fuck up. I'm not gonna lie, y'all. Like, I got my heart broken so many times. I tried to be a cold-hearted bitch. It did not work because I'm a lover girl, and I'm not a hopeless romantic, I'm a hopeful romantic, okay? I love love, and I was trying to be something that I was not, so it hurt, because I was just like, how could so many people be so cruel? And honestly, it's a reflection of them, guys. It's a reflection of them. The more that I learn myself and love on me, no one in this world deserves to be treated poorly. I don't care what you think you've done or what you have. No one deserves to be treated poorly. And it's a reflection of how they feel about themselves. And I wish I knew that back then, because I would have told them some things. So you know what? It's probably a good thing I didn't know that, because I would have been racking up that karma points. So whatever. But anyway, fast forward now. To begin on this self-love journey, guys, it did not start with like externally trying to change myself. It started with internal. It started with me wanting to be better and make better choices. So I had my final run when I decided to date this person that I was friends with for the longest, because, you know, I went searching for love and I was like, I couldn't find it, so I might as well give this person a chance. Y'all, when they talk about that experience where, like, when you give somebody a chance who's been waiting, they're gonna show you they're gonna show you why you shouldn't have had them waiting. Y'all, it was the worst decision of my life, but also the best decision of my life, because that experience it really taught me that I needed to put me first and love me. After I've had enough, I ended up breaking up with that person, and I was like, you know what, I'd rather be alone completely than to be with somebody who treat me like this. So I literally, I crashed out. I was like, you know what? Fuck off. Like, fuck off. Fuck all the way off. And I did what I needed to do. Dropped that. Got my restraining order. Guys, it got bad. It got real bad. It was one of those things where I was like, okay, Kamuya, like, we can't continue down this path. What needs to change? I was like, you know what? And then that was when I accepted my faith. I was like, you know what? I'm just not meant for the type of love in this world. I'd rather be alone than to do that, than to trust, than to choose this. And that's when Spirit sent my soulmate shortly after that. And I was like, huh. So I went over 2,000 miles looking for my soulmate, and my soulmate only lived 5 minutes away. Okay. So it was really like, it wasn't until I made that choice to choose me that I found love, right? Or love found me. And it's because I didn't believe that I deserved it before. So I had to really start to do that work internally and to see, why was I choosing these type of relationships, and what makes me not feel like I'm worthy of good treatment, self-care. I never used to self-care. Guys, self-caring and taking care of yourself, pampering yourself like you're a goddess, changes your whole external. So when we try to fix ourselves externally before we do it internally, it never works. You have to love on yourself. The way that you love on yourself is how you can glow from the inside out. So what would you do for your partner, your ideal partner, your soulmate? Do that for yourself and watch how your life changes like this. And another thing that I really just started doing on this self-love journey was getting in touch with my demons. Like, I really had to sit down with the motherfuckers and be like, yo, why are we doing this? Why are we choosing this life? And y'all, the more I sat down with my demons, the more I kept facing the motherfuckers. Now, them bitches can't get me. Like, whenever I see something coming up, I'm like, all right, time to sit with that. But it comes with practice. But guys, your self-love journey is a commitment. It isn't something that you just get up and, ooh, you're fixing, you're perfect. No, you find a routine that works for you, that gives you that energy that you need weekly. Some people need to work out 4 days a week. Some people need to work out 1 day a week, 2 days a week, 3 days a week. But build up momentum slowly and slowly. If you've never been in the gym, you can try other forms of exercise that just allows you to move your body. The end goal is not an aesthetic. The end goal is to love yourself and to move your energy through your body. Once your energy is flowing through your body, you feel better. So if you suffer from depression and anxiety, you got to move your body. You cannot be a sad bitch if you're moving your body. I promise you that. And no amount of drugs in the world is going to it's just like a Band-Aid. It's a Band-Aid. When you can really tackle the problem, effectively. I think that's the word, whatever. But y'all, the main thing I learned from this self-love journey was choosing better people to be around. I think that's the best way I could put this. Choosing better people to be around. When I decided to let go of certain friendships, I thrived. And I'm continuing to thrive. And now I'm at the point in my life where I don't give second chances. And I know that, I'm not saying that I won't forgive you, but fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. I'm a very hardcore believer in that. Because nothing... If I allow you back into my life and you do me like that again, listen to me. I don't want you to take me there. That's the only thing I can say is I don't want you to take me there. And I work too hard on my vibration for you to take me there. So I'm just keeping it a buck. It's like, I forgive you, and I see that your actions, your behavior is a reflection of you and how you feel about yourself. But I haven't met one person in this world who gives more than one chances that the person that they gave more than one chances to redeemed themselves and actually learned their lesson. I'm not saying that people can't grow, but baby, you forgiving them and it's not no change behavior. That's disrespect. And that's one thing I don't like. I do not like disrespect. I'm a Capricorn. No, something about it just but anyway, guys, the choices that I made catapulted me into a completely different reality. And I promise you guys, once you love on yourself, you show the universe that, like, you're your number one priority. But if everybody else is a priority over you, you will never get the things that you want in life. And things just flow to you once you love on yourself, because you're showing the universe that you're worth it. Like, it's through your actions, it's through the choices and the people that you decide to hang around. If you communicate how you feel and they're not respecting that, dead the situation. I don't care if it's your auntie, cousin, sister, brother, cousin. It don't matter who it is. You are your number one priority. And that is what I had to learn, guys. And I'm never going back, because I used to think that I was treated that way because that was my value. No, honey, can't nobody tell you what your value is. And another thing, you can choose to love people how they are. Don't love them in the way that you think they should be, because that only leads to suffering. Love yourself how you want to be loved. That is how you could build that self-love on a sturdy foundation. But if you require that love from somebody outside of you, something outside of you, then it can be taken away from you. But if you love on yourself and you treat yourself with the love that you want, can't nobody take that from you. Can't not a soul take it from you. And y'all, I ain't never ever going back. Fuck that. Like, that whole not loving yourself journey, y'all, it was ghetto and cold. Cold and ghetto. And the thing is, people think because you also have pretty privilege, they think that your life was just a bed of roses. And some people be trying to knock you off that horse. So I'm gonna tell you this: if you know you look good, don't date somebody. Don't date them if they're not up to your standards. I'm just gonna say that. Because I done been through some things with God's dusties. I'm telling you, and I am never going back. I'm never going back. So y'all, love yourself, because you teach people how to love you. When you love yourself, you don't settle for bullshit. You love yourself more, so you rather your own company than to hang around and entertain bullshit. And it's just as simple as that. And patience and compassion for myself is what I had to learn the most, because your girl, I would give compassion and grace to everybody else except myself in the past, and that led to nothing but resentment. And hanging around people who don't like you. Eventually, they're gonna show their true colors when you decide to either level up your life or I don't know, stop talking to them. All of a sudden they have all these things to say. And like, I really have to purge so much resentment from my heart too, because it was a lot. You like working through that shadow, guys. It's what's gonna get you to where you want to get to. It's not lifting 500 pounds. Well, if you can lift 500 pounds, okay. But it's not going to the gym and expecting to look like a gym girly and that's it. No, you have to do that internal work. I love meditation. I love prayer. It's how I stay connected to spirit. It's how I stay connected to God, to my angels, and also using my own oracle deck. That's another way. When I wake up in the morning, I do yoga. I stretch my body, because guys, we be sitting in the chair, your body is all types of like fucked up. Like, you can't even open your hips wide. Like, and before I used to think I couldn't twerk or shake that ass or whatever you want to call it. But it's because my hip mobility was doo-doo. Them hips was like, they needed grease. So that yoga helped it open up, and I'm telling you, now I can make it clap standing up. But anyway, but yeah, showing myself compassion and grace when I fall off course, or if I don't achieve a specific goal, because I used to think that I had to earn the love, because that's how I was raised. You know what I mean? Like, you did something right, then here you go, praise. If you did something wrong, then no, I withdraw that love from you. But now I don't withdraw love from myself regardless. If I didn't get it done, okay, let's talk about it. Like I give myself a hug, I give myself compassion. If you just need rest today, you just need rest today. And going with my own rhythm in that sense has completely shifted the way that I see myself, the way I treat myself. But I journal about my feelings to stay in touch with it, and I get real. I get real with myself. If you cannot get real with yourself, you can't be real with nobody. You can only meet people as deeply as you've met yourself. So really doing that internal work, no one's coming to save you. Y'all, I used to wait outside thinking somebody was going to be the key, the answer. Like, yes, I'm with my soulmate, but he was not the answer. You know what I mean? Like, he does his own work on himself, and then we come together. But if you come into a relationship not willing to work through your own bullshit, and this doesn't just go for romantic relationships, this goes for friendships too, then you bring that person and put that burden, and you make them, you almost like you hold somebody hostage to love you because you won't love yourself. And that's not healthy for either people. Listen, I had to really think about what I want in my friendships, and I want someone who's going to be genuine and also be willing to work on their own shit, not just have me come and save you. You know what I mean? Like, I used to play the savior role in all of my friendships, and it just led to burnout and being tired, because if you could do it for somebody, they're not going to want to do it for themselves. You give people the tools to how to help themselves. I'm not saying don't be there for them, but it becomes a point where it's unhealthy for yourself and disrespectful for you. whether this is a friendship, a family member, or your actual relationship. So choosing relationships that uplift you, and you'll know if it uplifts you. If you leave that bitch being tired, it's not uplifting. It's tiring. That bitch is tired. She's making you tired. You're tired. I don't know why I kept having to say tired so many times, but like, guys, like, it's just how I had to kind of learn over time. And this is not to, like, you know, shame you. It's just to say that you have to love yourself enough. More than enough. You have to love yourself more than anybody else in this world. Because you are worthy. When you wake up in the morning, if the first thing you do is you go on your phone, it's slow for you. You're not even pouring into you as soon as you open your eyes. Even if it's like you wake up 20 minutes before you have to go to work and start getting ready, but you sit there, you sit with your own energy, you meditate, you visualize what you want to experience in your life. You change your own energy. When I sit in meditation, I command what feeling I want to feel. If I want to feel love, then I feel that love going throughout my whole body. I set my intention, I light my incense, and I say, I'm feeling love. I listen to self-love frequencies because I'm worthy. And guys, life will not be better until you know that you are deserving of love. And if you feel like you're not, it's everything that you've been conditioned and programmed to think. Just because your mother didn't love you, just because your dad didn't love you, just because your dad left out, went to go get milk and didn't come back, doesn't mean that you are worthy, you're trash or scum on the sidewalk, okay? Let's be real, okay? Like, so what I like to do when I'm like in my shadow side, I will write down how I'm feeling, and then I'll write the truth next to it. Like, what is the actual truth? Like, if I feel like I'll never make any friends, I'm like, well, that's not true. That's not true. The reason why you feel that way is because you've been choosing terrible friends in the past. That doesn't mean that you won't meet people in alignment with you. First, you have to be your own best friend before you can align with someone else. So it's like reaffirming to your mind that, okay, it's like talking to a child. But anyway, guys, I just believe that you could do it. All you have to do is just really just decide to. It's a choice. It's really that simple. And I know it should sound more complicated, but it's not more complicated. Your mind makes it more complicated. And when we live in our mind, we not live in. That's why I love meditation, because it allows me to see what kind of thoughts trying to control your girl. And you're not about to grab my ankles, bitch, because I'm out here living. But anyway, so those are my messages, guys. This self-love journey is a never-ending thing, and every day I show up for myself in the best way that I can, and I give myself compassion and grace if it doesn't look like the day before or the consistent schedule. Sometimes I need more rest than other seasons. Sometimes it's just a season of rest, but whatever my body calls for is what my body calls for. And don't let anybody else's opinion of you dictate who you are, because people's opinions are fleeting anyways. Like, it's changing on the next new trend or whatever the fuck. So I love you guys. Have a good day.